So iFerg, Bobby and Vague made their best guns video for the season 6. Now I'm still making my best loadouts video because I want to test some things, but if I were to make a video it would be this part. Now these are included just to add some more blue, I will explain later, and Holger. And also Peacekeeper, I think that it is actually a good meta choice, but the only reason it is not here is because it kind of serves the same purpose as the PDW, which is included in my list and iFergs. And so now when you look at these, the first thing you see is that the green zone are the weapons that appeared in all the lists, and blue is weapons that appeared in at least 2 lists, and the purple is oddballs. And so the greens are VMP, USS9, Odin and XM4, and it is clearly a best meta options right now. The blues we have PDW in my list and iFergs, we also have QQ9 in my list and iFergs, Manowar in my list and iFergs, and then we have Type 63 in Bobby's and Vague's list. And now here are the shotguns. And so Bobby wrote HSO, I simply wrote shotguns because I think that in the current meta where 2 main meta guns are aggressive SMGs, you can actually use shotguns to good results. And I wrote snipers and Bobby wrote the new Freeline Sniper and Tundra, because I mean they are still valid options. And another thing is the BP50, which appears in iFergs and Bobby's list. Now I don't have it here because I don't really consider it meta. I think that PDW is a more versatile, better choice. And that would be pretty much the main greens and blues. And now we have some reds, so Type 19 iFerg wrote in the still meta list. Others featured it in honorable mentions. And Type 19 basically after the nerf it is really not good, like we just need to use XM4. And MG42, some people used it in like honorable mentions, and iFerg wrote in the top 10. Now I don't think that it is good, it is just too slow in the current metagame, so here I wrote the Holger, which is also a good LMG, just it is better mobility wise. And also Chopper, because it is kind of nice from LMGs as well. And then we also have the CX9 in iFerg's list, but I don't think that it should be in the main meta list because VMP is just a better option. And I have the aggressive SMGs Fennec, CX9, SX9 here, because these are like extras that kind of fit the team. So for aggressive we have these, for USS9 replacements we have the RH, HVK and GKS. They are usable but just not as good as USS9. And from PDW we have Peacekeeper, now HBR. I tried it and it is actually pretty good. Down just the main problem would be that it has slower reload compared to the Peacekeeper. And even though it has pretty good BSA and overall damage situation, but we have PDW and Peacekeeper as other contenders. And BP50 I wrote simply because it was mentioned in other videos, but I think that it is just too slow in the current setup. Now alongside XM4 I have KN44, but it is just not as good. Now I moved Type 19 and LK24 near the Odin because they are both slow, and Odin would just be a better choice. Now Manowar Thermite Mag is against Viscose streak, so I wrote FAJ as an alternative choice, and I usually just pair it with the PDW. And QQ9 is kind of an anti-meta thing because the damage mag QQ9 has good mobility, good damage, good range, and the main con would be the 30 rounds mag and a pretty fast fire rate. But it is kind of easier to use, I would say, compared to HVK, and also you don't really need the extra range of HVK if you're dealing with VVMP and USS9, the top meta, and so it is kind of an anti-meta. And here I wrote shotguns because they fit with the same team. Why I have PDW as the third best gun? Simply because the list I made is based on like aggressiveness and overall mobility, like in range situations. So VMP and USS9 are the most aggressive. Now PDW is a mid-range SMG. It still has good mobility, but it is slower. XM4 is for a versatile playstyle because it is even slower but has good range, and XM4 still has pretty good mobility. Odin is at slow, so you can see how the progression just goes down. And Manowar for anti-meta, QQ9 for anti-meta. And so now to explain some things, well, I don't even think that you need explanations on VMP and USS9. Odin, it is kind of slowish now, and I'm surprised that it is like, it made to the top 5 in all the lists. Because I would say that the slowness kind of makes it bad, like you can use it in big maps, but then why not just use XM4? But other than that, I think that this overall situation is just very accurate, and you can take a screenshot of this and you will know what to use. And again, so my list is based on aggressiveness and also like on the needed range, because VMP is best in small maps when you don't need the extra range. If you need a bit more versatility and range, you can use S9. If you also need more bullets, for instance, since I pair it with FEJ, so I take down a score streak with FEJ, and then I kind of have to retake the hardpoint or some domination area, so I just go with PDW to the area and I spam bullets, trying to get some extra kills, like to kill enemies and clear it. Now XM4 in big maps, and it is still versatile, so again, it is a good choice. So then here 2 and 2 anti-meta options. And other lists, well, I think that considering that the greens are the same, it is kind of similar in terms of distribution, although, well, MG42 it is also kind of far away. So I guess, yeah, everything checks out. And so this would be just the main method at the moment.